Christmas time. It's that time of year again, ladies and gentlemen. And what a great time it is. And it also is the great time to show off 4 unique customs in one vid. Hey guys, Master Farr here, wishing you all a Merry Christmas. Check me out on T-Formers, DeviantArt, I'm posting there again, I told you I promised, and Discord more importantly than ever, on here on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and yeah, we've got 4 customs here, count them 4. Now, starting from the ones I have, we got my take on an Earth Mode Barricade. Yeah, I realized, since this head fits on, well, I'll get into the basics of everything. We also have its head swap brother, the Vehicon. A custom that I've been meaning to do. This is Snowstorm, another custom seeker. And finally, if you may remember him, Deadlift. This was an earlier custom video I did on my channel. I kind of redid him. But yeah, with all that being said, let's get onto the table with all this stuff. Starting with Barricade. And starting off with Barricade in vehicle mode, you can definitely see, well, I'll be honest, this part's actually from an older custom, that's why it's a little sloppy, but other than that, yeah, you can see these wheels right here, this whole back part right here, all from an old custom. There's actually a nice little Easter egg of 217 from the old movie. Yeah. But it's really similar in this mode, not much to talk about. It rolls the same. It's mostly in robot mode. This is the most minor of them. Mainly because I didn't have to do much other than save a bunch of money on not getting that set. And I will be doing a tutorial on how to do this. So stay tuned for that. As for these guns, same ones from Siege. Just plug them in here like this. It's a little loose, but they'll stay. You can also go down here. Right here. This is more for robot mode though. And the underside is basically the same besides the new head. And yeah. Rolls the same. And with that, let's transform this puppy. Now this is a very easy one to transform, so I won't be needing to do the jump cut. Yeah, just take out this part right here. On tab right here. Unfold the legs. I do like the little details. Punish and enslave right here on the legs right here. That's a nice little touch. Rotate the legs like this. And stand them up. Now just go to the back now. Take these parts and fold them in. Take the arms out. Straighten them up. Straighten out the legs. Flip down the head cover. Straighten this bad boy out. And we're almost there. Just turn the arms like this. Same on this side. And stand them up now and rotate the head, which is actually the Siege head. And yeah, here we have my Earth Mode Barricade in robot mode. And you can see, usually these type of things don't really work because the aesthetics tend to clash, but this looks pretty good. Head sculpt actually looks really well on here. I'm glad they did this. Like, I'm glad that Barricade, like the movie character, got so popular it's now a mainstay as this cop guy instead of a little Micromaster. As for the guns in this mode, there are some ways to hold them. He can hold them like this. Whoops. He can, of course, dual wield them. Put them right here and right there. Dual wield them like this too. And also, something I did discover was, check this out. They can actually go right here. There's a little force involved, but they can actually stick right there, and they don't hinder the articulation. And yeah, that's pretty much this guy in a nutshell. It's basically maybe the budget version of the Earthrise Barricade that's coming out with punch. But I feel like this is much worth your time, and there are some perks to doing this. We will see later on. Let's get on to deadlift. And up next is our next custom, deadlift. And you can definitely see it's kind of an amalgamation of Titan's Return Hardhead and Quake with Cyberverse Shockwave's cannon. Now, I actually talked about this on my old channel, and I did repost a video here. But for those of you wondering, this guy is basically what became of my... Well, I had a Scorponok custom I made from Full Tilt, so this guy was left, you know, bouncing from body to body until I made a few more customs, and then I figured since I made a double Dior custom, I was left with some spare parts, so that's how deadlift was born. It was originally going to be bludgeon, but I figured, hey, original characters are more fun to do because it unlocks the creative potential. But yeah, in this mode, he is a Cybertronian maintenance tank. It may look dumb, but it's Cybertronian. In the cockpit, you can see this is where Necro sits. This is, again, the Hasbro one, hence because it has the silver screw and the lighter black on the head. As for the gimmick in this mode, I have added something. This laser cannon. Turning it around and hold it up like this. It will spring forward like this. Just like that. It's an old mechanism from 2018 Cyberverse, and that first year for Cyberverse wasn't the best in terms of quality, so you'll have to excuse it. Yeah, you see it can blast forward, and it can rotate, but yeah. Putting it back like this in its idle mode, it rolls pretty well. And yeah, for the sake of it, because it's Christmas time, I'm going to transform this one too. Now, this mode also really easy to get to. Just undo the legs like this, flip out the feet, flip up the waist, flip up the whole body, break his back down like this until his arms are facing out. Come to the back, and then take out our little headmaster, put him to the side. Flip around this back part right here. Just go to the arms. Accordion everything out. Do the same on this side. And yes. Now just straighten your shoulders up. And say it with me now, everyone. Heads up on! And here we have deadlift in robot mode. And you can definitely see it looks a lot more different, all these new parts. Now, of course, from head to toe, it's mostly the same as when I first showed them off. You know, same colors and everything. There's not much there. Head sculpt's also still the same. But the biggest thing I added was, of course, the gimmick. I was going for a little bit of a G2 flare. I don't know, something like Laser Prime. And flip up cannon, and just push it like that. The cannon automatically flips up. I can do a tutorial on this one too, because it's really cool. But yeah, this part is also removable and can be held in his hand like this. And something else that's also cool, the gimmick still works. Observe. Whoops. Yeah, sometimes it likes to fall out, but it's fine. But watch. When I move the elbow, it also moves up like that. But yeah, that's another minor one out of the way. For the sake of comparison, here's his episode mate, Barricade. And you can see, despite their different aesthetics, they do look really well together. And I feel like these two came out really well. But that's 2 down and 2 to go. Now let's move on to Snowstorm. And number 3, yippee. Here we have Snowstorm. And he is, of course, a new form of Seeker I came up with called Elemental Seekers. I'll be expecting a few more of those in the future if I can get the molds, but if you're wondering how this guy came to fruition, it was when I made this Starscream custom. This is my Action Master Starscream, of course, you remember with the removable back, but when I made that guy, I was left, of course, with some spare parts. Instead of, you know, being wasteful, and I had a whole figure left over, I figured, why not make an original character, because apparently that's what I'm good at. But yeah, he is a blue and white Tetrajet, and you can see I got rid of most of the red. I kept this one for a little bit of flair. You can see the back right here, and it really works well. with the blue and white. It kind of gives like a snow vibe, which is how I came up with the idea for the character. Underside, you can see it's mostly Starscream showing through, but the blue null rays do really help it stand out. And yeah, again, not much to say. Vehicle mode, since this is a Tetrajet after all. But as for that, transformation time. Now, all I have to do now is fold out the legs like so. Flip out the feet. Do the same on this side. And take off the null rays. Those go to the side. And stand them up like so. Now, take off the wings like this. And come to the underside and make the shoulder pylons. Now that's all out of the way, rotate the waist. Whoops, sorry. Do it the other way. Stand it back so you can see how it goes so far. Flip down the chest, flip up the head, flip down this black piece right here, and sandwich everything together a la an accordion. Like this. And do the same on this side right here. It's been a while since I've transformed this, please excuse it. But yeah, now stand that up. Flip out the hands like so. And do the wings like this. Get them in a nice looking position. Go to the back, take down the rockets, and put it back there. Flip out this hand too, and Bob's your uncle. Here we have Snowstorm in robot mode. And you can definitely see a lot more of the snowy influence I had in this guy. And hence, when we bring the null rays, you can see that it really has a nice uniform look. And definitely feels like this could be a Seeker. Now, I was originally just going to redo it up as Thundercracker, saying, it's like a snow variant of Thundercracker. But, hey, if it's a different color, like one shade darker, Skywarp becomes Hot Link, and so on and so on. And that's where this guy came in. Now, from head to toe, you can see it's mostly Starscream parts, but the blue I added from Thundercracker really gives it a life of its own. The head sculpt is also Thundercracker, but I feel like this could work for any Seeker, especially Starscream. But, yeah. As you can see, the red here was covered up with the blue right here. Give it more of a wintry vibe. The null rays, I feel, also work. I didn't take off any of the battle damage because now it's like snow and debris. Snow debris, too. Yeah. That's Snowstorm. Now, of course, bring in the other two, Deadlift and Barricade. You can see these two definitely stand well together. Especially with this guy. But with all that said, we've only got one more left. Enter the Vehicon. And last but certainly not least, we come to the last one, unfortunately. The Vehicon. Now remember what I said about Barricade and where his head come from? Well, this is what became in the mold and the old head. You can see it's done up as the Prime Vehicon, aka Gary the Token Troop Builder. Do not steal original OC. But yeah, you can see in this mode, it no longer looks like a Cybertronian police car, more of a sleek Cybertronian sports car. I actually used a combination of rubbing alcohol and paint thinner to get rid of this with a toothbrush. I'll show you how to make it later when I do a tutorial on how to make this, because I want to show you how to make new customs. But that little plug aside, yeah, rolls the same from the back, completely the same. Definitely looks a lot more like the Vehicon, and I feel like now this lighter black right here really stands out. As for weapons, he of course comes with the cog gun, and it can go right here and anywhere else for some reason. Looking at the underside, you can see I did re-edit the head, but we'll get into more of that in robot mode. Now, with that being said, on to transformation. Just flip out the doors right here like you're letting someone in. Open up the arms right here. And do this. Make a twist right here. Flip up the shoulders. And yeah, come to the back. Accordion the whole thing out. Accordion the whole thing down here. and make you some nice high heels. Rotate the body, and now take the waist part, flip it down, flip the front of the car down, and then just sandwich it all into place. And here we have the Vehicon in robot mode. And you can see it definitely has more of that prime influence. As you see, a lot of the purple is now gone in favor of this nice silver to give the car a more cohesive look. And yeah, as for the head sculpt, like I said before, this was from the last night Barricade. And I actually did some modifications to it. You can see right here, I actually painted the whole thing silver. And now it has a visor thanks to the power of hot glue. And zoom! Now you can see with the visor, it looks a lot more like the prime counterpart. And now zooming back out, we can take the gun in, and yeah, this guy was definitely the most extensive when he wasn't going to be. This was all last minute. This is why he looks different at the beginning. I did this all during the editing process. But yeah, now with all that being said, let's bring in the rest of the Decepticons. Snowstorm, Barricade, and last but certainly not least, Deadlift. The unholy four, what I call my new scavenger group. Season's conquerings, everyone. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell for these guys. Now with all that being said, that's all the Transformers I got for this year, folks. So sorry. But thanks to you guys for all this stuff this year. 60 subs. Has voice acting, archives, my own Discord, DeviantArt. I couldn't have done it really without any of you. So before we go, I just want to wish you all happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year's, Winter Solstice, Tet, and all that good stuff. Just Merry Christmas to all of you. God bless us. But yeah, that's about it from me for this year. Check me out on T-Formers, DeviantArt, Discord, more importantly than ever now, YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you next year.